Today on Hi Now, what's fall without pumpkin? We're sampling some of Hawaii's best cheesecake. Plus, outdoor fun for the entire ohana.
There are a lot of places to camp on Oahu, but today we're checking into a suite at Malaika Hana's.
And Chef Colin Hazama is back with some pro tips to up your game in the kitchen. This and more right now on Hi Now.
Aloha and welcome to Hi Now Weekender. I'm Kanoa Gibson.
And I'm Kainoa Carlson. It's the fall season, and you know what that means. Pumpkin treats are popping up all over the place, and believe it or not, there's actually a whole day dedicated to pumpkin cheesecake, and it's taking place next week, October 21st. Kanoi's upstairs. She's with one of our favorite. How's it?
Yeah, one of our favorites and one of the best. We've got Otto here from Otto Cake, and if you have not had the cheesecake from Otto Cake, you have not lived. Hi, Otto.
Aloha.
Thanks for being here with us.
You're welcome.
Okay, for those who don't know what Otto Cake is, let's talk about it.
Okay. It's cheesecake. We also make ice cream, carrot cake, a whole bunch of brownies. I think that's about it. Fudge.
How many
fudge.
flavors of cheesecake do
I
you
think
have?
I'm up to about 386.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and you rotate those out?
Yes, rotate them all year. Some of them only come at certain holidays, like the pumpkin.
Like the pumpkin. Okay, now I have tasted your cheesecake before, and it really is very different from every cheesecake. I mean, I feel like it is the best. It's like creamy, it's not too hard, it's not too tart, it's not too sweet.
It's that one in the middle.
Yes,
right?
it's the one in the perfect
middle, yeah.
one.
Well,
Like,
thank
where
you.
did you get your recipe?
I made it up myself.
What?
Yeah, my mom loved cheesecake, and so I wanted to give it to her for her birthday, but it didn't work out. But I did give her for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's sweet.
That
Okay.
same year, and then I took it to a potluck, and it's never stopped getting orders since that day.
I know.
It's been 30 years now? 30 years this year.
30 years.
30 years this
I
year.
feel like it's one of those like cult classics. I mean, I feel like
Thank
if you like cheesecake, everybody knows Otto Cake.
Oh,
Kind of one of those things. I'm gonna try this pumpkin because I've never tried your pumpkin cheesecake
Okay.
before. So
Hope you
I am
like
gonna
it.
give it a whirl here. But you also have carrot cake.
Carrot cake, yeah.
Oh
And
my
it's been
goodness.
selling really good.
It's just as I remember. What's on the top there? Because I
We call it icing,
Yeah.
but it's sour cream.
Okay.
But you can. The good thing about this cheesecake is there's actual cheesecake part, so there's a flavor of that. Then the icing can have another flavor to go with it, but the crust has another one, so you can actually have 3 different flavors.
It's
put
so good. It
together.
comes together so well.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Now, I mean, obviously a lot of businesses affected by COVID. How have you been doing?
It's everybody. You're right, and
Yeah.
I feel almost guilty saying anything, but yeah, I'm having a hard time, and I hope that people will come, and hope I survive.
Yeah. I know there was at one point where kind of the community rallied around to try to
Yes.
keep you open.
And boy, that helped because that second shutdown, all the money I saved from that helped me during that second shutdown. So cross my fingers, hope we're not a third one.
Yeah, a big mahalo to the community.
Yes,
we were,
please, thank
Kainoa
you.
and I were talking about it. We're like, do we need to start a hashtag called Save Otto? So we can
Yeah.
keep rallying.
Well, I
because
appreciate it,
I
yeah.
just feel like it doesn't really get easier,
It's
every
been getting harder.
day.
Yeah, it
I
actually, that
know.
second shutdown was harder than the first.
Oh my goodness. Now, do you have any specials going on for Halloween or anything?
I have a lot of Halloween flavors, like there's the pumpkin one. I have Snickers, Butterfingers, one called 3D cheesecake, which is red velvet and blue velvet because of the glasses, 3D. You know, I
Okay.
try and do the coloring.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun ones with Halloween.
And we can special order.
The special order, 4 days in advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a website?
But it's not much on there for
Okay.
flavor-wise because when you get to 386,
Yeah.
the lady said that's something you just have to.
But we can get more information there,
You can-
right?
yeah, you can get more information
And what is the website?
Autocake.com.
Awesome. Otto,
Yes.
thank you so much
You're very
for
welcome.
joining us.
You're
and
welcome.
if you want more information about Otto Cake, make sure you get those orders and we'll have more up on HiNowDaily.com. There are lots of places to camp on Oahu, but if you haven't been to Malaika Hana, you've got to check it out. And today, we're checking into our suite. Let's go. So this way, yeah?
Malaika Hana is located on the north shore of Oahu in Kahuku, where we have tent camping, we have vehicle camping. If you don't want tent or vehicle, we also have our suites and our hale, so it's a little bit of a glamping or an upgrade. Every site actually comes equipped with a fire pit and a picnic table. We have shower facilities, they're all outdoor beach showers. Hales are basically about a 15 by 15 square, it's a bunkhouse. You can accommodate up to 4 people. They're scattered throughout the campground, so depending on if you want a beachfront area or if you want a little bit more private, we have in the back of our campground area. Now our suites are one of the good ones. You have electricity, you have your own private shower area, you have restrooms within the suites, and beautiful beachfront views. Here at the campground, we also do have rentals, beach rentals. So you can rent a surfboard if you didn't have one. You can rent a stand-up paddleboard. You can rent boogie boards. You know, we even have kayaks for rentals. So we have everything to help a family create great memories at camping, you know, and that's pretty much our goal right now with all the changes, is to give families a place to come and make memories to last a lifetime, you know, right here on our own island, staycation. Before we opened, we did a deep cleaning of all of our facilities. So everyone has to wear a mask when they're walking around, you know, from their hallways to the office, to the bathroom facilities, staying 6 feet apart from other campers. Due to the new mandates, we do no more than 5 people per site, and it has to be of the same household. So Tutu's Hale normally is a cluster of 5 hales, $388 per night, minimum of 2 nights. With the mandate of no more than 5 people, we had to come up with a creative way to still utilize the space. So we came up with our staycation. You'll get 2 hales, you'll still get the use of the pavilion, you get the use of the private bathroom area, private showers, changing rooms, and the great thing about Tutu's is it comes equipped with electricity. So you'll get all of that for a great price of $150 a night, but no more than 5 people per household. To make a reservation, they just go online to our malaikahana.net and you would book your dates that you're looking at. At the end, you can click on the promo code, enter the word Tutus, or you can click the button that says add, and it'll give you the discount at checkout. We also have a kama'aina rate, bookable only online, and with that, you would get 15% off. Any site that you choose, you just enter the promo code kama'aina, and again, at checkout, it gives you your 15% off.
Brought to you by Kama'aina Kids.
I don't know about you, but I always wonder what top chefs eat at home or where they take their significant others on dates. So many questions, so we pulled aside one of our favorites, Chef Colin Hazama, to get some insider info on chefing it up at home.
Go to date night dinner. Go to date night dinner. For a go-to date night dinner at home, a good steak, finish it with a little mashed potato, or of course us locals we like rice, a nice seared ahi. What's the easy salad dressing to make at home? Buy a dressing and then doctor up the dressing. Emulsify it with some type of other flavoring with either some shallots or some chopped green onion or spices or a little more fresh lemon juice inside. When you do your dressings or vinaigrettes, it's always 1 part of acid to 3 to 4 parts of oil ratio. The secret to make the fluffiest scrambled eggs, put a touch of cream or sour cream and make sure that your heat is actually on medium. If you have it too low, it'll stick to the pan. If it's too high, it'll bubble up and come very tough and firm. What's the difference between cooking with gas and electric? There's actually a big difference. Gas can control an even distributed heat in the pan. So when you're cooking with gas, from the top point of the pan to the bottom of the pan to the middle of the pan will always be evenly distributed, most times with gas. So gas is usually the more preferred way of cooking. What's the best way to elevate the dishes you cook at home? Chilies or spices, or putting a lot of aromatics in there. A lot of herbs, a lot of fresh herbs, ginger or lemongrass or spices, because those are the things that are gonna really help to stand out in your cooking, in your sauces or dishes. Could you explain the creative process behind all the fancy fusion dishes, making sure that you don't overwhelm or don't have a confusion on some of the dishes? You wanna make sure that you don't add clashing flavors or ingredients that will not go with that dish. I wouldn't put like a French ingredient like lavender or thyme with the fish that I have Chinese spices in there. Is there anything you can't cook? Yes, absolutely. There are millions of things I can't cook, believe it or not. And for me, it's the more ethnic kind of cuisines, such as like Taiwanese cuisine. I would say Chinese food, I only know a more Szechuan, a little bit of Cantonese, kind of South Pacific, Polynesian food. I'm not too comfortable with cooking. My kind of more fortes would be European food and of course Asian and of course local food in Hawaii. If you have any more questions, feel free to come and follow me on Instagram at Chef Colin Hazama or at C4 Table, and I'll be there to answer your questions.
Brought to you by Hawaii Gas.
Coming up,
We're out on the west side checking out Kapolei Commons, where we're tasting a delicious pairing between Mad Benny and DB Grilled.
get an up-close look at the menu when High Now returns.
Welcome back to High Now Weekender. Me and Kanoe are in the High Now kitchen, and you know, when it comes to fresh veggies and fruit, it's always special when it comes from our own Hawaii. isn't
That's
it?
right, and on this Seal of Quality Saturday, we are featuring Sugarland growers with their locally grown cabbage and apple bananas. You know, I actually don't think of cabbage when I think of local products.
Yeah, and so what's cool about Sugarland growers is that they grow stuff that's organic here to Hawaii, that's good for the climate that it's in. It was started on Molokai back in 1971. They've been supplying local residents with fresh produce for over 43 years. It
Wow.
specializes in watermelons, tomatoes, bell peppers, and of course cabbage.
Yeah,
which
and
we got here.
today they still operate on Molokai and have expanded their operation on Oahu in Kunia, Ewa, and the North Shore. And get this, Sugarland produces nearly 1 million pounds
That's
of fresh
crazy.
products.
That's crazy. That's a lot of work.
1 million pounds in a
Wow.
week. That's insane. All right, and you can also find their products at stores like Costco, Sam's Club, Target, Walmart, most of the grocery stores, just to name a few. Obviously, we go to all of those. So
Definitely.
You will find them.
And again, getting back to the cabbage, so the cool part about the farm is they grow things that they know they'll get the most out of the product given the climate, and cabbage is one of them. Obviously, every time I see cabbage, I'm thinking, where's the little pig at? But their
Right?
cabbage has got that great crunchy texture on
Yeah.
it, and you know, the banana is a big seller for them.
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course, and it is. It's crunchy and it has a little bit of spice at the end. And when I think of cabbage, I think of sashimi,
Oh, okay.
right?
That
At the
makes
bottom
sense.
of your sashimi. Okay, so the apple bananas. I mean, for those of you who aren't banana connoisseurs or don't know about apple bananas.
Kanoe likes her banana. I'm not big on banana.
Well, okay, so apple bananas are actually, when you eat them a little bit green like this, they're more tangy and they're a little bit more firm, which, you know, a regular banana isn't quite so firm and quite so tangy.
Right,
Then when it starts to ripen up a lot more, it gets this like kind of creamy texture and more tropical. So this you would get more of like a tangy taste.
Gotcha.
But as I hold this up, take note of the Department of Agriculture Seal of
That's right,
Quality.
that's right.
Yeah. So these products, obviously, all locally grown, made here in Hawaii. Whenever they make any products. Speaking of making products, they have given us some banana mochi.
Which I am all about.
Yes?
I don't know a ton about bananas, but I do know a ton about mochi.
So then maybe you will taste the difference
Absolutely.
in mochi. Whoa. Or is it banana bread? Are we messing this up?
This might be banana bread mochi. Can it be both?
Banana mochi bread. Mochi banana bread. Tomato. Ooh, that's good.
That is good. That's fantastic.
This is delicious. I really do believe that when you use local products, it makes a difference. I mean, not even only just in the taste, but just feeling good about buying local, putting them in your products and serving them to your family. It kind of feels like back in the olden days, you know, when you would go pick a product out of your farm or out of your garden, right?
And definitely, and it's this whole cycle of the farmers working hard to produce the fruit and the veggies that we love, us going and buying it, supporting them, and that's the cycle. That's how we can continue to get our economy back to hopefully a better place moving forward.
No better time to support local. So make
That
sure
is
when
right.
you are looking for your products, check it out to see if the Seal of Quality is on there, because then you
It's
know
important.
that you're truly helping out a local family, local businesses. So if you guys want more information on the Seal of Quality, how you can get them on your products, we'll have more up on HighNowDaily.com.
1 million pounds.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
We are taking this opportunity to still reach out to the community and actually have the community be more involved than they've ever been before in this virtual Pride celebration. I am hosting the Honolulu Pride virtual after party, which will be live streaming on the 17th, broadcasting from right here in the Rainbow Dimension, aka Eggshell Lighting Company.
They definitely are really interested in the high tech and some of the things we can bring to play. We have virtual moving lights. You can see them up here behind on the board, and we can merge them onto the stage. These are actually virtual moving lights that we have control of downstairs, and we can bring those into play as we'd like to make the shows look differently. The studio is called Light Lab. It is a portion of Eggshell Lighting. We do lighting for concerts, television, and conventions.
I've been doing drag for many years, but I had taken a break from it when I lived in New York, and I moved here from New York, and Candy was just, she was just dying to get back out there. I've been so welcomed and well received here. During my first year on the island, I had a job. I was teaching art, and so I was kind of living a double life, but only for a limited time because, of course, you know, the internet, things get out fast. And right at first, it was a little bit scary, but I was totally supported by the administration at the high school, and it really ended up being a really cool thing. Kids would call me Candy in the halls, and it wasn't like a dig. It was like, hey, Candy. You know, I think drag queens, they're so much more pervasive now than they used to be, and there's not a stigma attached like there used to be because of RuPaul's Drag Race and other programs like that. And so, I don't know, I couldn't be happier. I have had such a good time since I've been here. For anyone who is curious about it, and just really anyone in general, my advice is give it a try. When you are able to put on a costume, any kind of costume, and you look into the mirror and you don't recognize who you see there, suddenly you ask yourself, well, what would this person act like? Or how would they react to this situation? And I find it to be very, very liberating. We are going to be filming live here. I'm going to be hosting, and we have planned out an entire 2-hour event that will be live streamed. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, 7 p.m., and we are going to be broadcasting straight to HonoluluPride.com.
Brought to you by Honolulu Pride.
Hey guys, we're out here at Kapolei Commons, and you know, recently restaurants have had to navigate this COVID-19 situation and get creative. So Mad Benny and DB Grill partnered together to serve both of their Ono menus out of one kitchen.
So Mad Benny was born out of my time in New York City. It was really the formative years of my culinary and personal life. I wanted to bring a taste of New York City to Hawaii. So for Italian and Italian-American food, the deliciousness of it really comes from house-made or handmade. So we make all of our pasta in-house. We have 2 extruders back there, which produces all of our shapes. Pizza dough is made in-house, our big mixer, and we have actually 2 Italian pizza ovens in there. Our favorite pizza here is the NYC pizza. Pizza starts with our house-made dough, made with 00 Italian flour. This dough's been fermenting for about 3 days, so it's nice and soft. New Jersey tomato sauce, imported, straight from the Garden State. Fresh basil, shredded mozzarella cheese, Etzo pepperoni, natural casing, antibiotic-free pork. The only ones in Hawaii State that get this pepperoni. Freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. This Forza Forni oven is from Pisa in Italy. They actually had to build it here because it was so big. They flew all the parts over, built it right up, using nice, clean, natural Hawaii gas. Keep this thing burning all day, so it's really important for us to have really nice and reliable gas. This is our NYC pizza with Etzo pepperoni.
We've worked really hard to source really nice ingredients, a lot of it coming from the East Coast. What separates Mad Bene from other local Italian spots is we do make all of our pastas in-house every day, fresh from scratch.
This dish is very simple. First step is this shrimp's gonna get broiled. Our house-made pasta right into the water. Give it a quick stir. So this is our XO sauce, super delicious. Goes right into the pan. We have some fish sauce in here just to kick it up a notch. A little shrimp stock. Our beautiful Kauai shrimps are gonna slowly poach in here. Pasta's cooked. And we can go right to the plate. This is our house-made tagliatelle with our XO sauce and Kauai shrimp.
Since the shutdown and everything, you know, we decided to be proactive and kind of create our own little bubble here. So we collaborated with all the chefs from DB Grill, the chefs from Mad Bene, all working together and being able to serve, you know, the full spectrum of food here.
We're focusing a lot on curbside takeout right now, just to keep everyone safe. We take orders online or over the phone, and orders ready in 30 minutes and ready for curbside pickup. You don't need to leave your car.
From in-house made pastas to authentic New York style pizza, even Ono chicken wings and a kimchi pancake, all of this food coming out of one kitchen. DB Grill and Mad Benny here at Kapolei Commons. Come down and check it out. We'll have this whole segment up on HiNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Hawaii Gas. Coming up, Dine and Shop pop-up returns to Aloha Stadium. See dishes you can try from Olay's Thai Express.
Plus, from the past to the future, a look back at the rich history of Hawaii players who took part in the Hula Bowl. After the break.
Welcome back to High Now Weekender. If you're looking for a way to get out and have some fun with the family this weekend, look no further than the Dine and Shop pop-up at Aloha Stadium.
That's right. If you missed it last week, don't worry, it's back, and it'll be there for a few more weekends. Now, you can catch the special pop-up tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, masks are required, and the event will be socially distanced to keep everybody safe. So it's the perfect opportunity to support our local restaurants and small businesses and keep everybody safe in the process.
Right, now let's take a look at some of the food booths you can actually try this weekend. Are you craving Thai? Well, you're in luck if you are, because Olay's Thai Express will be at the pop-up. They're going to have green and yellow curry, Penang curry, even pumpkin curry. How's that one? It's perfect for the fall season, and you can also pick up some veggie pad Thai noodles, lemongrass fried chicken, pork spring rolls, even sauteed chicken, and garlic pork sticks. Are you hungry yet? And now, if you can't make it down to the pop-up, Olay's Thai Express has locations in Aiea and Chinatown. Both are currently offering takeout and delivery, but you can also dine outside at Olay's in Chinatown, and you can also find Olay's Thai Express at farmers markets around the island during the week. For a more detailed list, head to HighNowDaily.com.
Now, next up, Nico's will be back with more Ono food at some great prices during tomorrow's Dine and Shop pop-up. Now, last weekend, Chef Nico was in our High Now kitchen giving us a small kind taste of what he'd be whipping up. And you can get your hands on these local favorites again this weekend at the Nico's booth. He'll have some spicy ahi deluxe, and angry ahi dip, which was great. The dip is a secret blend of spices, tomatoes, and green onions mixed together with an ahi confit. There you go. Wow. Pair it with taro chips from Hawaiian Chip Company, and you're good to go. You can also pick up a poke bowl, your choice of poke, on top of a bed of rice or salad. And there's even the, what is this one, Kanoi?
Poisson Cru.
Poisson Cru, auction fresh marlin with coconut milk, lime, grape tomatoes, and cucumbers. So they've got fresh and delicious food. Nico's also have some merchandise if you're looking to get some gifts for some friends and family.
I love it. You can find much more than food at Dine and Shop pop-up. The event will also feature retailers like Gifts by Karen M and 31 Gifts. So get out there and support local.
And like we said, if you can't make it out tomorrow, you can always catch the special pop-up series at the Swap Meet every Sunday through November 15th. We'll have all the information on the Dine and Shop pop-up on our website, HighNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Farmers Insurance Hawaii.
The Hula Bowl has a rich history of past college football greats, including some of the best to ever suit up for the Rainbow Warriors.
When you think of the Hula Bowl, I think of guys like, from every decade, the Jesse Sapolos, the Ma'a Tanavasas, the Blaine Geisens, the Leonard Peterses, the Nate Lowers, and you can go back way further than that. But always the greatest players from the University of Hawaii, from the state of Hawaii, have played in this game. When you think of Kaimana Padello, you think of Dayton Faruta, Solomon Mautautia, Jason Matthews Sash, as well as guys like Ikamo Keke and JoJo Ward. That was a lot of players from the University of Hawaii who had a great senior season that needed an opportunity to play at the next level, and that's what the Hula Bowl gave these guys. There's guys like Pono Davis who played on the Big Island, but went to SMU, came back, led the Ha'a. This guy is in touch with his culture, and he had a great Hula Bowl week, along with Rex Sunohara. We all know Reed Sunohara, the famous volleyball player, All-American, coaches at West Virginia. And then you got guys like Mosese Fafita, Gabriel Sewell from Nevada. So there's guys from all over the continent. David Moa, Kekoa Nawahine, all kinds of Polynesians that needed one more opportunity to play in the National Football League, and that's what the Hula Bowl did for these guys. I think they realized that, there's the Senior Bowl, there's the East-West Shrine game, there's the NFLPA game, but the Hula Bowl is Hawaii. The Hula Bowl gives them a chance to not only get in front of, 50-plus scouts, every NFL team, but learn their culture, whether they're Polynesians that have migrated wherever, whether they're African Americans or any type of ethnicity. They come together in Hawaii, and that's the special culture that we have here in the state of Hawaii. They don't get that in Orlando. They don't get that in California. So there's a cultural aspect to this game I think is special. Think of Braden Fahoku, you think of Farrington High School, then it's Texas Tech, then it's LSU, national championship. He has a national championship. And then you look at him when he went to the Chargers. Hard Knocks immediately filmed him as one of the cameo guys each and every week of that nationally televised show. And when he did the haka for his teammates, I mean, it went viral, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hits. I'm gonna say this, and it's a stretch, but at this stage of his career, he reminds me of The Rock, a guy struggling to play in the National Football League, but has a very good opportunity, but charisma. The guy lights up a room. His teammates love him. Little kids love him. I remember when he was a little kid with Billy and his wife, Linda, and the whole family, Sam and Braden. He's been drumming. He's been entertaining crowds his whole life, and he's a natural.
Coming up,
Power Tool Essentials. See the gadgets every household should have in its toolbox when High Now returns.
Do you miss eating gourmet meals? Well, listen up. We have got Chef Colin Hazama with his new concept, C4 Table, right here in our High Now kitchen. Welcome to our kitchen. I was in your kitchen last time, and now you're in ours.
It's beautiful. So for today, we're gonna be doing a beer battered mahi-mahi and do it Thai style.
Of course you're gonna do a twist. Okay.
So first off, we're gonna get a pan nice and smoking hot, touch of oil, sauteing off the shiitake mushrooms, add our long beans in, touch of salt, a little bit of eggplant from Whole Farms, and a little bit of bell peppers.
Tell me about your new concept, C4 Table.
Basically showcasing upscale comfort cuisine, using local farmers, local products, and keeping it very homey to all the people, but taking it to a next level, a little notch up.
Ah, so where do we get such upscale comfort food?
Over at the Kaiser Farmers Market. And I also do some small private caterings, and once in a while I do pop-ups, and right now I'm doing pop-ups over at Chef Mavro.
Oh, Jeremy.
With Chef Jeremy, yeah.
All right.
So what I have here is a beer batter, and the mahi-mahi is marinated with a fresh green curry paste.
So when you guys are at the farmer's market, I mean, you're cooking these things fresh to order?
Yeah, so we have a lot of pre-sale, so that when you want to just come and pick it up, it's safe, social distancing, come and pick up your food, and then you're out the door.
How do you determine what's going to be on the menu for the week?
I usually have a nice beef or pork dish, once in a while a chicken, and then always a seafood and fish.
Every chef can cook, but not every chef can make it look real good.
I try, and like we said, you know, making food, you have to eat with your eyes.
And so at the farmer's market, I mean, you still present it this way?
We basically present it this way, it's just in a to-go container. Here we have our curry sauce, dusting it with a little kaffir salt. And our meals are really affordable. This beer battered fish that we do is $18. Of course, the best part, Kunoi, for you to go ahead and eat it.
I mean, everything you make, it's like you've got the traditional flavor, and then there are these pops that you can't explain.
That's the kaffir salt. It has a little bit of citric acid and the kaffir lime leaf that kind of just like gets you kind of like...
It really is like
figure out what's going on
a different experience that I'm having here. Wow, that is delicious. And of course, my favorite garlic rice that you make.
Thank you, yeah.
I have tasted your pork belly bacon here, but I gotta go back. Gotta try it again.
I mean, it's like Kahlua pig, but Chinese roast pork in one.
Yeah.
And bacon in there, and so...
Or if you're Filipino, chichiron. It's like Hawaii on a plate.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. And then this is our shrimp scampi.
This is so incredible. How can we follow you?
So you can follow me at either C4 Table on Instagram or also at Chef Colin Hazama.
Okay, well, you all need to join me and follow Chef Colin.
Thank you, Kunal.
You're such a blessing.
Appreciate it.
We'll have more up on our website, highnowdaily.com.
Dental implant therapy, we have the opportunity to replace as little as one tooth up to a full arch where they're missing all the teeth in one arch. A lot of patients have loose dentures that they're not satisfied with, and the implants provide us with the capability of making them solid so that they can eat better and function more effectively. Aloha, I'm Dr. Braden Siemens, the owner of Perio Care. At Perio Care, we offer multiple dental implant systems to meet the specific needs of each individual patient. Typically, we rely on a titanium implant, which is extremely versatile. Some patients are metal averse, so we offer a zirconia fixture, which is non-metal. We don't have quite as much flexibility with the zirconia fixture, but if certain parameters are met, it's an excellent choice. We also offer mini implants. The surgical procedure to place them is less invasive. They're also far more cost effective. There's no question that conventional implants are superior from certain standpoints, but we're very comfortable utilizing mini implants when fear or cost is an overriding factor. At PerioCare, we take a digital approach to implant therapy. We have both a 3D cone beam and a digital scanner for impressions. And between those two modalities, we can provide the patient with a digital workflow. For more information about the multiple options that we offer for dental implants, please visit our website at periocarehawaii.com.
Brought to you by PerioCare.
City Mill has redone its power tools department across all their locations, and it's now featuring some of the top brand names in the industry. Randy Asuncion, the City Mill Honolulu manager, is going to tell us all about it and what basic power tools you need to have at home.
For one is the drill driver, the Makita 18 volt with the lithium ion battery. You can get into the hard to reach areas. It has 21 different torque settings, so if you're drilling to delicate items or very hard items, you can adjust the torque accordingly, as well as a high speed and a low speed. Hear that click, it's locked and drill. Now if you want to drive a screw, take that off, put in the appropriate bit, and drive screws in and hit this button right here for reverse. Take screws right out. Another power tool we have here at City Mill is this Skill compact screwdriver. It has a built-in lithium-ion battery, and that's why it's compact. You can go forward, reverse. One neat feature that I like about this particular tool is it has a built-in electrical sensor. If there's any power cords or any electrical wires in the wall, you press this, and it will let you know that there's power behind the wall, so maybe you shouldn't be drilling holes. You can easily remove a doorknob, or in this case, a deadbolt, and you can actually install one. What we have right here is the Germo Versa. It is a cordless cleaning tool. Comes with different pads. Comes with a coarse pad for rough cleaning, medium pad for general cleaning, and a fine pad for fine cleaning. Put on the backing pad, get your cleaning solution, go on the table, put the splash guard down, push the button, and you're good to go. You notice it doesn't splash. You can clean anything.
Now with these three very basic tools, from jobs big and small, you can do them all. The best part, they're available at City Mills across the island and on citymill.com.
Brought to you by City Mill. Coming up, the importance of taking care of our teeth and gums. See the innovative technology from PerioCare that can help after the break.
October is National Women's Small Business Month, and with many women-owned businesses being severely affected by the pandemic, YWCA Oahu is stepping up its support with the Patsy Mink Center for Business and Leadership.
MCBL is a women's business center, one of only about 100 across the country. So we have a small business side and we have a leadership side. So our small business side provides one-on-one business and legal counseling. Our legal partner is the Business Law Corps, so they provide us with pro bono attorneys twice a month, and they come in and give 30-minute legal advising. We also have our Launch My Business series, which starts with a Launch My Business Start, which is to help people who want to register their business. And then we have Launch My Business Grow or Grow My Business, which is for businesses maybe ready to hire employees or to expand.
Being the first generation in my family to have my own business, my company started as Christmas gifts for my nieces one year. I started as jewelry, and we are actually expanding. It's helped me think about things that I never thought about. It also helped me build partnerships and network with other entrepreneurs so that I could learn from their experiences. And it just helped me stay on task to reach some of the goals that I had for my business. With the start of COVID, we started making masks. For this Christmas, we're also going to be launching our Pikaki line towels. as well as going into our blankets that we'll be launching with Mana Up this year.
We also have our leadership side, which is specifically to support women leaders. And then our goal is also to increase the representation of women executives in Hawaii. Shop Small Hawaii is an initiative that started off of Small Business Saturday, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving and the day after Black Friday. So the mission at Shop Small Hawaii is to provide resources and tools to small businesses who are looking to reach consumers and business to business. We do that through educational workshops, unique promotions, and then events also in the community with collaborations with community partners. This year we have over 250 businesses registered with Shop Small Hawaii. This last year's been a little harder, so it's been more online training and education for our small business owners on how to help themselves, how to help their small businesses through the effects of COVID-19 and the pandemic. MCBL is very fortunate to have had the opportunity to receive a CARES Act grant through the Small Business Administration. So for the last 7 months, we've been able to provide the support for small businesses affected by COVID free of charge and at no cost to them. You can find us through the SBA website. You can obviously find us through our own website, and that is at mcblhawaii.org, or you can simply call us at 808-695-2635.
Brought to you by YWCA Oahu.
Periodontal laser therapy is a minimally invasive alternative to cut and sew gum surgery, and yet has the capacity to regenerate new bone. There's minimal discomfort afterwards, and a lot of patients find that they're far more receptive to this than the conventional alternative. Aloha, I'm Dr. Braden Siemens, the owner of PerioCare. A vast majority of the population has gum disease in some form or another. It's a genetic disease, so there's a predisposition to the disease, but there's also a bacterial component, which is what we need to address. We started using the laser therapy with the LANAP protocol in 2007. Now, in excess of 40% of active periodontists are utilizing it. A lot of patients are fearful of conventional treatment, the idea of having their gums cut and spread back and cleaned out and then sewed back together is frightening for a lot of patients. We find that they're far more receptive to this minimally invasive approach from a fear factor. The procedure itself is biostimulatory and results in minimal discomfort post-treatment. And the other huge advantage is we can generate new bone without the additional cost of bone grafting. We have a lot of studies that document efficacy, human histologic studies, and enough evidence that we now have FDA clearance to make the claim that we can grow new bone, and it's the only protocol that's ever been given that privilege. If anyone is interested in learning more about the LANAP protocol or the other services that we offer, including dental implants, you can visit our website at periocarehawaii.com.
Brought to you by PerioCare.
Coming up, October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Adventist Health Castle shares the steps women should take to keep themselves healthy. Details after the break.
Each of us has been impacted by breast cancer in a different way. October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we caught up with Adventist Health Castle to talk about what women should continue doing to keep themselves safe.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is very important. Everyone knows someone that has been diagnosed, whether it's a mother, an auntie, or just a family friend. We see it all the time. So that's why we need to be very aware. And by getting your mammogram, we can catch it very quickly, and treatment options are a lot different now than they used to be. So we'll catch it as soon as possible and make you better, and then you can just keep living your life as normal. So that's why it's important to just keep going every year and getting your mammogram. We actually recommend everyone start their mammogram at age 40 and then continue once a year. As we get older, your chance of getting breast cancer actually increases. So that's why it's important to get your mammogram, go to your doctor and have your clinical exam, and do your monthly checks at home. The first mammogram starts at age 40, but if you have a significant family history, immediate family history, either your grandmother, your mother, your auntie, When they were diagnosed, we recommend you having your first exam 10 years prior. So that'll give you a good baseline. So that way, if you have any changes, we'll catch it immediately and be able to treat you appropriately. My mother was actually diagnosed at a very young age. She was in her 30s. So I understand what it's like to be on the other side. And I feel like my life has really come full circle because now I help treat breast cancer. So I know what it's like to be on that side as well as treatment options. We're here for everybody. We're a wealth of knowledge. We're here to just help as much as we can. And I love my job and I really feel like it's come full circle for me. Because right now during COVID, we're really, really reliant on our families. We have to keep care of each other. So the best thing you can do is to just be there for that person and provide any sort of support that you can and listen, do whatever they need. It's a hard thing to go through, but the treatment options have significantly gotten better. So some people don't even have to do chemo anymore. I know that's what people are a lot scared about. A lot of people, if we catch it soon enough, you don't even have to do that. Just be there for your family, your friends, whoever you need, and encourage people to come and get their mammograms. Here at Adventist Health Castle, the best way to make an appointment is to call 263-5166. That's our scheduling hotline. So if you call, we can usually get you in within a couple days.
Brought to you by Adventist Health Castle.
Hawaii Dental Clinic has been providing high-quality dental care since 1983. And as we continue to celebrate Healthy Smiles Week on High Now, we're visiting its Kahala location to learn more about the importance of regular dental visits.
Hawaii Dental Clinic is a locally run group practice, and we have 13 locations all across the state of Hawaii. We know our patients have very busy schedules, and we do our best to maximize the amount of days and hours that we're open and have multiple locations to make sure that our patients don't have to travel too far to get to the care that they want. Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Harada, and I'm a dentist at Hawaii Dental Clinic. I was born and raised on Oahu, and I went to school at Iolani. After graduating from high school, I went away for dental school at Tufts University in Boston. After living away from home for 10 years, going to college, I decided that I wanted to move back home and work with the people who helped raise me. All right, let's take a look. I've been practicing dentistry for over 5 years now, and I love it because it helps me use my skills of working with my hands and working with people to help them solve problems that they otherwise wouldn't be able to solve on their own. A lot of patients think they may be too busy to visit the dentist, but I think it's very important to make time, once or twice a year to get your dental checkup in so that we can make sure that your teeth and gums are healthy. There have been many studies that show a correlation between oral health and overall health. And by going to the dentist, we can try to help catch oral problems and health issues earlier. Closing spit. Recently, the ADA published a study that showed a correlation between periodontal disease and an increased chance of stroke. And so going to the dentist and checking for this type of disease could help indicate a risk of other health issues. We understand that our patients are very busy, and so we try to maximize our hours so that we can be open for when they're able to make time. And also, by making time to catch problems while they're smaller, hopefully you can prevent larger, more expensive problems from occurring in the future. One of the misconceptions about going to the dentist is that it could take a lot of time or that it could be very expensive. But at Hawaii Dental Clinic, we're going to try to work with you to make sure that we minimize the amount of time that it takes for you to see a dentist and also maximize your insurance benefit and minimize your out-of-pocket costs. We're accepting new patients at all of our offices, and if you'd like to find an office near you, visit hawaiidentalclinic.com.
Brought to you by Hawaii Dental Clinic. Coming up, an amputee's life changed forever with the right prosthetic. We'll show you the role North Shore Prosthetics and Orthotics played in it when High Now returns. Having an amputation can disrupt a person's life, but North Shore Prosthetics and Orthotics has proven that life can become an even greater adventure with the right prosthesis.
I started North Shore Prosthetics in 2017 as I was finishing my degree in mechanical engineering at UH Manoa because I needed a good quality place to get my legs made. I've been an amputee for 14 years now and sort of had to pioneer my way through learning how to surf. I've done 7,000 skydives, hiking and biking, free diving, and so I've had to just kind of figure out on my own how to make all of that happen and how to adapt a prosthesis to these high-level activities that you just take for granted until the ability to walk is taken away from you. I've been involved as a volunteer for Access Surf for 12 years now almost. Through Access Surf, we have developed the Hawaii Adaptive Surf Team. North Shore Prosthetics sponsors all the Adaptive Surf Team members. And I also have started an amputee support group for the people of Oahu, just to share my knowledge with what I've learned from being an amputee and living in Hawaii, facing the unique challenges that we face out here.
I was in the Army as a combat engineer, and on Mother's Day in 2011, I was hit by an IED blast. I ended up amputating 3 weeks later, right before my 21st birthday. That put me in a really deep, dark depression. Luckily, I got involved with an organization called Operation Surf. Just the act of standing up on a surfboard again changed my world. I rode that wave all the way to shore and I stepped off the board and I cried my eyes out. I learned through pushing myself that I actually just had to relearn how to do things in a different way. And by saying yes to Eric, my life has just gotten exponentially better because my prosthetics are helping me send it in ways that I never dreamed.
I want to see people succeed. We want to see people progress in the use of their prosthesis. We want to see people get back to a normal, active, healthy lifestyle, and we want to do everything in our power to make that happen. So we really go the extra mile for our patients. A significant portion of North Shore Prosthetics business is active military and veterans. I commissioned a local artist to paint a mural in honor of the veterans and the active service members because, you know, we really enjoy serving the military folks here in Hawaii, providing good quality service for them. So we do have a website, northshoreprosthetics.com. You can reach us on Instagram at North Shore Prosthetics, Facebook, catch me out in the water, stop by the office. Please feel free to come and say hi, ask any questions.
Brought to you by North Shore Prosthetics and Orthotics.
Definitely one of my favorite stories that I've done. And you know that guy Tommy actually went and got his pilot's license after he became an amputee, and he does like speed racing.
Incredible.
Yeah, he does all of these crazy adventure sports, and he said that, you know, Eric's prosthetics have really changed his life a lot because he really does provide such a quality product and cares about his people. So
Hey, shout out to them for continuing to live life to the fullest. That's awesome.
I know, amazing. We can do anything. Mahalo for watching Hi Now, everyone. Remember, you can catch any of our segments again on HiNowDaily.com.
That's right. Be sure to follow us at Hi Now Daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. Now, next week, it's a star-studded lineup. We're chatting with local designer Mana Ola about his latest partnership involving coffee. How's my shirt?
Okay, then we catch up with Hillary Duff. How's that one? Get a closer look at new products she's launching here in Hawaii. We'll see you guys on Monday morning. Bye now.
Aloha.